Welcome everybody to part 2 of my timeline of DHMA. Yes, if you haven't seen the first half, go watch it. Now to go in. Dragonall, what are you doing with my credit card? Tootie, why do you keep busting in here? That's my house, I come in like a wrecking ball. So now here's the timeline begins. David gets run over by a car. Whoa. Yeah, who one David is? It's Yellow Guy, and this happens at the show. And Leslie has a bright idea to put David and everybody else makes copies into this dollhouse, and this is where the show begins. Now, here we have an intro for every episode, and the episode begins with Red Guy, Yellow Guy, Duck confused of what's happening, and Red Guy simply stayed up again. And we have the guy here, the job guy, with unplugged Brennan thinking about jobs, then leaves them at a factory for like a few years, get stuff. Yeah, here are pictures of this guy. Yeah. Strangely, they do have random stuff like the camera hound stuff and the bulb stick. Then Yellow Guy gets retirement for 30 years or something like that. Yeah, Yellow Guy is old and married and has a daughter here. This is the daughter. And Duck gets back and meets and truths of stuff and figures out the stuff. And this guy was in the briefcase. The briefcase guy was in the medical kit the whole time and continues the rest of the song before giving Duck a pound and ends the episode. Episode 2 begins with Red Guy, Yellow Guy, and Duck here. With the episode, Duck realizes that he dies from dehydration, and the teacher arrives, Mr. Coffin Guy. As you can see, here's him morphing up from the ground, and here's the Coffin Guy. Yep. And he immediately asks who's dead, and he immediately points at Yellow Guy here, as we know is David. Then the guys have a song about the big day, Ram stuff. And here's your Yellow Guy playing on a clarinet or saxophone. I don't know, and here's Duck in the group. Then afterwards, Red Guy and Yellow Guy try to get a replacement of this clay set. Yellow Guy doesn't want to get a replacement, he wants the old Duck back to try to move on. Yellow Guy swats it, and then we get Stain Edwards, the Forever Boy here. Yeah, boy, here's Stain Edwards, the Forever Boy. He likes to do life and questions everything and sings about random stuff here. And yeah, and then we get Return of the Lamp. Talks to Yellow Guy about stuff. Yellow Guy digs Duck up, and Red Guy turns Stain into another Duck, and the episode ends with Duck killing the other. The episode begins with Red Guy talking to Duck about the show that they like. I mean, not Duck, Yellow Guy, and yeah. They talked about Trolloc, and Duck comes in with a bag, gives them 3 guesses, and comes in with a family size of turtle dollops. They tend to win, but Duck can't. Then the teacher there, so Lily and Tawny come in, say they're not a proper family, then teach them all about family and all the random stuff. Tries to split the gang apart from each other, but they take them away to their house, so they could basically do stuff. Duck is kicked out after touching Mother's piece, and then Red Guy's taken out after blood drain, and the only one that's left is Yellow Guy. Now, Lily and Tony kidnapped Yellow Guy and put him there as the mother. Yellow Guy tries calling 911, but then he calls the family size of food a chicken. Then Roy comes in and kills Lily and Tony and the whole family. Now, in case you're wondering how Roy is here, I don't know, no one knows, but I have a theory. Roy finally found Leslie, who actually knows where she is in the attic, then wants to be put in there after Leslie figured out that some rogue teachers got Yellow Guy and was trapped in there since it can't get out until the end of the series. And then Yellow Guy gets reunited with Duck and Red Guy, and Yellow Guy says family son that, and yeah, and then Duck and then Red Guy opens. The family says with Shuttle Dollops. Duck yells, "I want both." The episode ends, but Roy's still trapped in there until some point in the end of the series. I'll come back to this later. Episode 4 begins with the intro and Red Guy saying we live in an actual nightmare and stuff. The 3 guys have a day called Computer Day, and guess who returns? That's right, Colin the computery guy. And he tries to get the password, Yellow Guy forgets it. The guy and Duck say stuff to him, and Warren the Eagle appears, telling him to stop. Working for the Stop organization, trying to swindle his way into the house. No matter what he does. And Yellow Guy, after the guy an email, retreats into his own mind and creates his own pals called the Brain Friends. And this is where half the episode begins. Now, here's what's happened. And Duck and Red Guy send Warren into Yellow Guy's mind to put him out. And Warren gets distracted and tries to get Yellow Guy as his friend, but fails and ultimately turns to an armor creature. Then Duck stabs uh, Warren through the eye, and then swearing, and I mean not swearing, but battles happen in the end with those three. And I nearly forgot to mention, they sing a song about there's a worm in everybody's brain, Red Guys. It's about the outfit doesn't make him look good, and all sorts of random stuff. Sing, and then this where the fighting happens. This episode ends. Episode 5 begins with Red Guy hating that they constantly stay here and talking about that stuff with some guy. Duck and Yellow Guy stop and say it's nice here, and then the teacher of the episode, the transport man, come in and teaches them all about transport. And they got some animation here because they wanted to create all the props and stuff here. And here are all the different stuff the transport man transforms into, and Duck finds a rock. And then after the car, transport man dies, and Red Guy has an idea. Why not take transport man and start driving? So they get the song Tony the Talking Clock tells time, and he's in there, and then we get this guy that then we get that guy there, and they're on their way still, and then we get Roy. Yeah, I told you Roy is gonna return. So I think Roy can't return unless he shows some love to Yellow Guy. I don't know, but he's back and tries to bond with him, but Red Guy eats him out, and I think he's probably free after episode 6. And then we get Yellow Guy here questioning stuff and seeing a reflection of David outside, and a voice here speaking a rhyme. Yellow Guy turns his head, cuts to black, and then we see the house back where the journey is back home. And if I don't mention this, someone in the comments will. They do find a transport man stuff in real life that Chris last. Episode 6 begins with Leslie resetting the dollhouse again. Red Guy, Yellow Guy are talking about something. I forgot about what they said last night. Yellow Guy breaks the dishes. Those three are basically here, and then they learn about the newest subject, electricity, from the teacher, Tracy. She teaches them all about stuff, some sort of gambling game. Then kills Yellow Guy's hamster, and basically, Yellow Guy is electrocuted, as you can see here. Then turns into an electric chair, and has a rocking guitar solo here. And Yellow Guy is basically playing a guitar made of garbage. Then Yellow Guy pulls down, revealing that he's made of that he runs on batteries. So is electricity. Then Duck has the bright idea to swap Yellow Guy's and electricity's batteries. So yeah, so now Yellow Guy is smart, and basically a few moments later talks back to the teacher, the insurance guy, and basically says stuff about him saying, yeah, things like teacher, and then electricity's in terrible condition with Duck and Red Guy talking about stuff and electricity, and Yellow Guy's up the stairs going to the big boy's room and all the other rooms. And then we have all the previous teachers dead, and there's a cameo from Roy. Even the Healthy Gang teachers, actually only one of them. Then Yellow Guy goes to the bigger boy's room, and a future version of Red Guy and Duck torture Stan Edwards, the forever boy. Then Yellow Guy meets Leslie. They have a little chat. Leslie is comical and dodging, cynical and other stuff. I don't know. Then reorganize stuff with Yellow Guy here, and then Leslie gives him a book, goes downstairs, and then Duck swaps back the batteries from Yellow Guy to like Tracy and other stuff. Basically, the show ends with Yellow Guy sharing the book that he got 5 minutes earlier.